Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. This is a general reading for August 5th. This is a general reading for all Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So let's see what messages the universe has for the greatest and highest good for all of our Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for this week of August 5th. What messages do we have, dear Capricorns? All right. So I wanted to put these cards out and see what it is, the messages that we're getting right now. So I feel like a lot of you Capricorns are breaking a mold, so to speak. I feel like you've been trapped inside of a box that says, this is who you are, Capricorn. Okay? And it's not who you were. And I think you're at that point where if you are going to be happy, you know something has to change and you have got to start to transform some of these thoughts, behavior patterns. You know, it's like your standard operating procedure has to change. And that's what's going to bring ultimately some healing for you. Now, I think what's going to happen is that this change is going to come very quick. It's going to come really, really quick. And if you haven't felt change, it's definitely on the horizon, because here we have a 5 and here we have the card of change. And here we have this need to heal. There's something that is not complete yet. And I think that's, whether that's something inside of you, Capricorn, or it's actually a real issue that needs to be completed before you can move on. I think you're at a point where you're starting to see things clear. Like you are not, it's almost like you're trusting how things are going to happen rather than trying to put it out there. Like, this is that control. I'm going to control this, and this. And what this reading is saying is like, no, you don't have to control it anymore. Remember, you're going to change. You know, you don't have to control everything. You don't have to project what you think is going to happen. You know, things are going to happen because you are now balanced, because you are no longer being a person that doesn't suit you anymore. It's like you don't fit in this armor, you know. You just don't. Green with envy. I wonder whether there is somebody who is green with envy about you. I know you don't think so, because like, why would anybody be envious of you? But I do feel like there's somebody who is green with envy. But I see you changing. I mean, you are coming to this this transformation, this rebirth. It's like you've been sitting on this mountain in this cloud, and all of a sudden it's like you wake up. This transformation is huge for you because it takes you out of a very dark place, but you have to be open to the changes, because I think for some of you, you are definitely on an adventure. An adventure somewhere, and it's part of your healing. I think you need to go back and talk to your inner child, to go back maybe to your childhood and say, gosh, you know, when I was a kid, I always loved to play music, and I haven't done that. Maybe, you know, you need to go back and say, gosh, when I was a kid, I used to love to play in a tree. You know, maybe you need to hang out in a tree. I don't know. But whatever it is, I think you need to get up and start doing what it is that you, Capricorn, do, not what others want you to do. Because, you know, as a Capricorn, I think you're always in charge and you're always on. And I think this time it's about you. So it's going to require making some bold moves. And these moves are going to happen very quickly. You know, things, when change finally happens, there's no going back. When that wheel starts to turn, you've got to go to your center. That's where it's the calmest. All right, what else is going on for our Capricorn? So again, green with envy. There is somebody in your circle who I feel like they come across as being very warm and loving, but they really are not. And I think they have a way of making you feel unstable. This person, whoever is green with envy, this could be somebody at work, but I'm picking that up very, very strongly for you this week. So just watch your back, all right, Capricorn, and don't let somebody who is jealous of you keep you from what you really want to be doing, okay? Because I think ultimately somebody wants to try to take away your self-esteem or rock your boat, or somehow they don't want you out. They want you destabilized, whoever this person is. On another note, I think some of you are feeling a little unstable. Some of you might be single and are thinking, gosh, I don't want to be single anymore. I think there's just this big transformation because you are coming out. You are being who you are. You are breaking a mold. I feel like you've been in a box for a long time, right? You've been this roaring lion. I mean, actually, but you've had to wear this coat that no longer serves you, and it's held you back and it's kept you dark, and life is starting to be lived and it's starting to ooze out onto you. So I think for a lot of you, you are breaking free, truly breaking free, and you are doing things beyond your wildest dreams. So this is exciting. I think this is going to be a really great week for you, because you've been feeling really stuck, trapped between one and another, not knowing what to do, afraid to take some risks. I think you need to be very careful, Capricorn, when you compare yourself to others. You are your own. You can stand alone. You don't need to compare yourself. Okay, let others compare them to you, but you stay out of it, because I think that's what puts you in a mindset of like, oh, I don't know if I really should do this, and I am not as good as this other person. You have everything. You are the rebel. You've got everything it takes. You are breaking chains. You are breaking the mold. You are moving on. This is a big week for you. Some of you have to make this. Some of you have to take a trip. Maybe you don't want to take a trip, but I think it's going to bring you insight, knowledge, whatever it is that you need this week. So there is stress. I'm not going to say there isn't. I feel like it's stress at work. I feel like something happened. And this is why this person is green with envy. And maybe this is why all this stress comes up. But I'm definitely getting, you have to just not worry about it too much. Trust the Creator's got your back, right? Maybe you made some moves. Maybe there was some steps taken that created this stress. But I think just trust the Creator. He's got your back, right? So what else do we have for our Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Final cards. So you're waiting on a breakthrough. I think it's coming. You're almost there. This is like this card, and it's followed by going with the flow. You're gonna have to be open, because I think you breaking out of a mold that you've been used to, things are going to be different, because it's going to take courage. It's going to take courage to really stand up and be who you are. And you're at the crux. This is like the darkest before the dawn. So just go with it. Really go with it. We saw the Creator earlier. You're just going to have to trust it. Maybe you need to open up a little bit. Maybe there's somebody in your circle who can help you maneuver through some of your feelings and thoughts. Because you're changing. You are really changing. And I do see you this week working with other people. So I think there's somebody who, amongst all of them, who you will gravitate to. Maybe you know who I'm talking to. I get a fire sign. But I think it's what you need. I think this is the final push on your journey to find your light. Okay, so yeah, go for this trip. Take a trip. It might be good for you. It might be good for you to get out of Dodge. You know, maybe what you do is you come out and, you know, you put your foot down and say, look, this is who I really am. You know, maybe some of you are coming out of a closet. I am picking that up. You know, so it's like you can't pretend to be somebody you're not anymore. All right? You just cannot. And if you want to be a part of what's going on in the world, you know, you have to be whole. You have to be complete. You have to be total, you know, so that you are in sync working with the universe and with everybody around you. Look at those. So any final cards? Boy, the cards are just spitting. Final cards. So there's something that needs to be completed before you move on. And I think this is a past issue that you have. But I'm definitely picking up that this week you might need to look at those final threads before you make your big move. And like I say, you're going to be traveling and you're going to learn a lot. And there's a little reservation of like, I don't know if I want to travel, but I think you should do it. So if you have an opportunity to go away later this week, then go. It'll be good for you. It'll be very good for you. Because I don't feel like a lot of you Capricorns are playing enough. I mean, are you happy? Are you having fun? Are you laughing? When was the last time you had a real deep belly laugh? You know, I think these are some of the questions that are coming up. So whatever issue it is that you need to clean up, that's giving you a lot of stress, that's holding you back, I think you got to clear the slate, like clear your conscience on an issue that might have happened between you and someone else, because this is karma that needs to finish up. And it's definitely wanting a completion, quite possibly with somebody. Maybe you had some conflict with somebody. I don't know. But this is a past cycle. And I think, I just get the feeling that somebody stepped out of line. Okay? Somebody stepped out of line. Maybe it's this person who's really jealous of you. I don't know. But I think this is a good week to clear it. You know, to like really work on whatever it was that created this disconnect between you and another person. All right, so I think that's what I've got for you, Capricorn. I'm going to roll with that. I hope this made sense to someone. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think the cards have anything else to say. Before they were spitting them out. Oh, there we go. Harmony. Yeah, I think you'll end the week feeling pretty good about how things pull out. So again, I do see that if you were fighting with somebody, clear the slate. Okay, this is definitely the week to do that, and everybody will feel better for it in the end. All right, so that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I hope this resonated and made sense. I will see you at the next reading. I'm going to come back midweek. Give us maybe, I'm feeling like I'll have to do a reading for the full moon energies this week before I actually go on a trip. So anyway, I will see you at the next reading, Capricorn. Until then, blessed be. Bye now.